What's going on, everybody? 2X Pain here, and I'm bringing you a little something different today. I had this Duel in my library for a little while. Now, a little bit of setup on this. It was late one night. I was like playing Diablo, and I was like, I'm gonna play a little Yu-Gi-Oh. I was bored, and I was gonna test out my aliens. I didn't test out my aliens. I ended up playing my Ojamas, which was like, oh, okay, whatever. So let's get into this. So the E-Hero went first and looks like he's playing like a elemental hero. Actually, no, it was elemental hero, masked heroes, and fire hands. So masked heroes, artifact hands, whatever. And then I drew the blue, set the blue. I'm just like, okay, that's probably the best play I can do. He activated E-Call and got Alias to hand and whatever. I was like, sure. He got blue, blue destroyed, got Ajama Country and Oja Magic. Pretty standard play right there. And then he sets 3. I'm just like, oh, well, that sucks. But let's just keep going here. Another pretty standard play right there. Activate Ojama Country, sending Oja Magic for Ojama Blue. Then when Oja Magic is sent to the graveyard, you get the 3 Stooges, black, green, and yellow. Pretty standard. And then I set the hand destruction, thinking I could chain that if he like MSTs it or something. But then he MSTs it, but I can't chain it because he only has 1 card in hand. I'm like, oh, well, doy. So pretty much the main purpose of this deck is to get Cephalon out. I run 3 Cephalon, I think 2 Diabolus, and 3 Daedalus. I don't even remember. It's been a while since I've even looked at the deck list. But then I'm like, okay, I'm going to start doing some stuff. So I summoned green and switch Gotchi to attack because when Ojama Country is on the field, and you have an Ojama, every monster on the field's attack and defense are switched, so Gotchi is now 2200, so that's not bad. But then he activates Super Poly, and I'm just like, shit. And he targets my Gaia, or Gotchi, Derp, to make Gaia. It's like, oh, okay, whatever. Which halves Ojama Green, which really doesn't matter. Then he switches to Fire Hand. And then he sets Torrential. I'm just like, okay, I'm still good. I summon Daedalus. Daedalus can pop the field spell to target 2 on the field. So I'm like, okay, I'll get rid of Gaia and Face Down. Because you don't want to target that. It's just like, no, you're just bad if you target a hand. But then he chains his book and was like, oh, well, shit. And then he also chains Mass Change on Gaia. I'm just like, oh, well, that's fun. And he brings this guy out, which I forgot to read his effect when he comes out. I'm just like, oh, whatever. Which, as you can see, his effect is when he destroys a monster, he gets to summon a hero monster from his deck. I'm just like, oh, well, that's fantastic. At this point, I'm just like, well, I've already lost. So you see, I'm down to 29. I was like, my best bet right now is just to set a defense and then activate Valor on the Masked Hero, just so that he doesn't get another monster out. Because if he would have attacked with that and then attacked with Alias and then attacked with something else, or even with the hand, I would have lost. So I figured that was the best play, to activate Valor, negate his effect. But then he decides to attack with Alias because he probably realizes that everything I have has 1,000. So I'm at 100 life points. I'm just like, well, this sucks. 3 back row, 2 really strong monsters. 3 really strong monsters at that point. At this point, I was counting my graveyard. I think I had 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lights for Diabolus. So I was like, okay, I can summon him. But like I said, the main point is to get Cephalon out. So I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 in grave right now. 8 because it just needs to be 10 different monsters. Not 10 different monsters, just 10 monsters in general. So I draw into Dark World Dealings. I drop the Diabolus, thinking, okay, this is good. I can crash into him, and I can at least stall for a little bit. Then he activates Torrential. I'm just like, oh, shit. That's fine. You get rid of all your monsters. I'd drop another one. Then he activates Solemn. I'm just like, oh, that's fine. And then at this point, I didn't realize that I already had 10 in the grave, so I didn't need to activate Dark World Dealings, but it didn't really matter. I send the red to the grave, drop both Cephalons, and then attack for game. But yeah, that 100-point comeback, that was so good. Double Cephalon for game. You can't beat that. But alright guys, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoy this, and stay tuned because there is going to be quite a bit more of Yu-Gi-Oh content on my channel with local duels and mainly duels in general. There may be a couple deck profiles of decks that I'm running and stuff like that, but we'll just have to wait and see. Anyway, I want to thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. See you later.